now let you know a little bit more about what we're thinking. Trent, it's come to this. I think two of I want to say the most aggressive teams that I think we have in this tournament. When I think of just like all out aggression, yeah, there's like the early push that you see from Viking. This is different. This is where they lose their mind and just try and fight you.
Dive some towers, all out, just like constantly fighting. Yeah, not a lot of things holding you back. That sounds about right for these two teams. So yeah, we hate Sven. I like it, Tigo. It's been too long. I think a lot of people are feeling that emotion right now as we wind down this tournament and hopefully this patch. So that new one should be coming out soon. But for now, these two teams will be battling it out on our good old friend, this patch.
Good old friend, this patch. I don't know if everybody shares that sentiment, but I like the positive spin. Can I tell you something that just sort of like a thought that I had about Iceberg in general in this pick that he took of the Zeus? When I see like Io, Ursa, Tiny, I'm not thinking I want the little Mario man that just gets blown the hell up. You know what I mean?
Like, wait, if he jumps on their heads, they don't just die? Is that not how this hero works?
These guys aren't Goombas. It's not gonna happen. But the thing about Iceberg is that I think he's just such a like crazy aggressive player that he never thinks about what if they jump on me. He's always thinking, I'm gonna kill them, you know? And that could be a problem against OG, who's thinking the exact same thing. That's what I'm expecting from this game.
I mean, that's a pretty good goal to have for him. It's also a lot of percent-based damage, which is always nice, right? You get some tanky heroes over there. We don't look at that. Get that off. Everyone just ignore that stat. Everything's fine. Yeah. Iceberg's gonna have a grand old time.
Oof.
All right, well, we're evening things out.
True enough. Well, continue your thought, though, because it sounded like it was smart.
It's percent-based damage, that's all. You know, okay. There's a lot of very tanky heroes with just flat health gains on the side of the dial, right?
Yeah, that's true. And that will fit in pretty well. Also a nice reason to have an Undying, you know, in your pool as well against the Tiny and the Underlord. And we'll see how that lane goes out. I know Lizard sounded a little bit terrified of like the Shadow Demon Underlord spam. If there's one hero that I would want to sort of babysit a lane though in this patch, it would definitely be Undying. So we'll see how well Always Wanna Fly can do that.
I'm trying to figure out if there's any other heroes that have a primary role bonus that is low, that like isn't their highest gain. I don't think there is in this game. But for Ursa, that is the case for that hero. He's a weird guy like that, you know? I was trying to think about how much strength he actually ends up getting, and he gets 2.6 per level, and he only gets 2.4 edge. He's a weird guy, this bear. I'm happy to see the Ursa again. I thought it was a good counter in our previous series, and if you guys missed that game, essentially, Secret were running a Sven-based strat, fairly similar to this one, but there was actually a mag involved and a mid-silencer, but the key was they had everything pinned on this Sven, which it kind of looks like this game is for Navi, and they were winning pretty handedly until one fight when the Sven walked up a little ramp into an Ursa and he just got blown up, and then that quickly turned the tides of the games where it became very apparent that if you ever just get that one bash on the Sven, he's gonna go down. Doesn't matter how much armor he has.
Yeah, and we've seen it a couple of times in previous points in this tournament against Sven with like minus armor strats and stuff like that too, where it can really ramp up. Doesn't look like they're going to be going for that as much on OG, but when you have the, you know, overcharge working with the IO, MidOne's going to have some crazy attack speed and stack up those Fury Swipes even faster, as he is going to get the little jump there onto Roger, but then be forced back yet again. So far, only 2 CS on MidOne. He's had a bit of a rough lane.
Radiant's courier.
Yeah, just constantly bullied over and over. And having a hard time getting up here. I mean, General has been one of the best off-lane Void Spirits as well that we've seen. Been a pleasure to watch his gameplay in this tournament so far. I think maybe inspiring so other teams to perhaps look back on this hero and bring it into this role. As I'd say it's fallen off on the wider scale as they get the taunt in. It's gone.
As you're singing his praises, he makes it work.
Wow, that never happens. It's always the opposite. General's that good, he can break the curse.
Dude, what a player. I think he's maybe my favorite player on this team right now. Sort of inhabits, I guess, a similar role to Seb in some games.
Hard life, and there goes his courier.
That one sucks. That one sucks.
Yeah, Roger's got the range.
I guess actually, you know what? I think he probably inhabits more of a role that's similar to Thompson, where he's like sometimes that guy that runs around and just like makes things happen for his team. And definitely can make that happen on the Void Spirit. Speaking of which, it's mid lane. Thompson getting some pretty good damage there into Iceberg, but Iceberg has the full one in general. Just gonna drop, so they do get the kill.
They got the revenge, and he gives a little tip. Okay, let him know that we're still here. We're still playing some Dotes right now.
Just want to fly down bottom, taking a lot of damage. The decay tries to live, but will not be able to. Seb, give him a little tip back the other way. Okay. Meanwhile, up top again, more aggression going out. Can they find the kill here? Roger needs one more swipe, but it's not quite going to be enough to get that kill onto the Lina. General has Resonance Pulse back up again in 3, but the salve will come out and that should stop it. Although Roger, he needs to be careful again. He's getting ran down here. Overcharge, chase down, right clicks coming through, no tail, just bullied him down to death. You gotta be dangerous.
Yeah, they're back up here. We were perhaps a little concerned with how things started for MidOne, but now it's all in their favor. So very much appreciative of the turnaround here.
Tower is under attack.
Jeez, that was 8 stacks of Fury swipes.
And mid, Iceberg got that clarity popped as well, so he's gonna have to run back home. Thompson says, thank you very much for making my lane that much easier. Dude, they're just helping each other. Lending a hand.
Yep, the Invis Rune, he won't get any use out of, but it was scouted by a ward anyway, so it doesn't really matter. He's just going to use it for the regen and try and take some of this farm away from the Zeus, I imagine. But he'll be back in time for the wave to crash into the tower. Soxa's coming through. They want to go for something here.
Oh, this is big if they can get it. Did not get the toss back. Didn't have the mana. And now Thompson needing to run away. Doesn't quite have level 6 on Iceberg, and that will save a potential kill there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if he was going to go for like a toss over to Soxa or what, but yeah, they could not get it.
In fact, he's still sticking around. They're going back in for round 2 of this one. Iceberg gets brought down low, but Thompson is just going to die to the tower.
Oh, got him.
Dire's middle tower is under
ready?
attack.
Didn't quite do the math there.
No, Soxa did grab the bounty rune on the way home, though, so at least always want to fly. Won't find that on the Undying, but is that 3 for them? I believe it is, yeah. So, a little pick-me-up for Navi after losing a couple kills heading the way of OG.
That's what I mean, though. This team is just crazy. You gotta be careful now. Thunder God's Wrath is also back up again. General tries to pull MidOne down. Can they get him below the threshold? It is enough. They secure that kill, and No Tail trying to escape now. And it doesn't look like Navi will be able to.
There's a level 2 LSA here.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Ah, not quite there.
Yeah. The fact that he dropped that sentry by the tower to see if there was one of those wards there, that was pretty nice by No Tail. Because if that ward was there, he probably would have died.
Again, the pressure down bottom from Seb as he is going to hit level 6 now. Take a
Soxa
hit.
is starting to stack here. Or, well, starting to poison down the stack with just level 2. He's going to spam all his mana pool here.
Interesting.
And they're going to go for the Firestorm, too. So they're basically just taking the gold, and they're willing to split the XP 2-to-1 with the Undying.
Interesting. Yeah, that's really an interesting way to play this. They're going for the Soul Ring now also on Seb. He had the Arcane Boot speed up, but now, mid lane, they found Thompson. Good amount of damage coming in from Roger, and Iceberg comes back in to secure the finish. A lot happened on this Zeus already.
This is our
back-to-back falls there for Thompson, puts him at the bottom of the course in terms of net worth, and unfortunately right next to him is MidOne. Despite getting a few comeback kills up top in that lane, he's fallen back down again as not allowed to just like focus on creeps. Him in general have been brawling back and forth. They're both at 30 CS, I guess, in the end, but everyone's just like losing out on the regen, I'm sure, and just having to spend a lot with the spam. Should be helped out by the fact that he's an IO, though, so MidOne hopefully going to start working towards those bigger core items now.
Yeah, I wonder, yeah, he's going to go for the battle fury. That's what he's got queued up, realizing like, okay, just sort of stand tall against the spend in the late game. I'm going to need that farm. But VTune has already got stacks up, both in this side of the jungle and then also over in that triangle. A double on the Ancients already. So this could be a little bit of a scary time as another D-ward on the exact same spot coming from Soxa. And Sven runs
Thompson,
away.
I think he's hit like 2 creeps in the past couple minutes.
Stun there. VTune shows up to try and kill onto the Shadow Demon, and well, Thompson is just gonna have to run away.
Yeah, not getting what he wants here. Makes another rotation through, doesn't get a kill. At the very least, he doesn't fall prey to a God Strength in there, but now back up top, they are on the General.
God, no, who's on who? General
Yeah.
turns on his heavy at level 6, now no-tail. He's gonna die too. Iceberg gets the kill afterwards. Yeah, Navi are cooking right here.
Radiant's bottom tower
Thompson
is
makes the
under
move.
attack.
Avalanche toss. Thompson picks up the arcane. And Roger got a little bit greedy waiting for his Zeus to come through for that bottle.
That's a bloody game. 11
Radiant's
kills
bottom
already,
tower
8.5
is
minutes
under
in.
attack.
I wonder what General's going to go for. Is it worth finishing out the Spirit Vessel to him? Does he want to get the Yules instead? I think the Yules is very tempting, but it's also an IO and an Underlord. And we're probably not going to get like Dispel items happening, so the Spirit Vessel has a
Radiant's
lot of
bottom
value for a
tower is
long
falling.
time.
True. Yeah, it would be nice. I think Thompson here is going to get caught yet again. Trying to make some action happen. Does force the rotation of Roger, but still losing that Tiny yet again. Not great for OG. But they managed to take the tower in the meantime. Seb's basically been left alone.
He's just doing his thing.
Yeah. He's gonna have a really good game, it feels like, right now. Top of the net worth.
Radiant's bottom tower
Is a little bit
is under
one of the
attack.
stranger heroes to sort of get a ton of farm on, but it often happens. He's just gonna pick up these team fight items. It's like,
And it looks like Navi are looking to play quite fast this game, though. Rushing the Agnum Scepter on that Zeus, so a very combative build where you want to be enabling your Sven on the earlier end, going for these fights. So that's going to, I would guess the Yule Scepter for General probably, because they're just going to want to have a tool that's available to help like kite, control the Ursa, control various heroes, soft TPs when they're running around the map.
oh, they didn't quite get the LSA afterwards. General, though, Resonant pulses out. Laguna Blade comes afterwards. Zeus trying to kill him. No-tail, seeing if he can get the relocate out of there. He will be able to relocate,
Radiant's
but didn't
middle
take
tower
anybody
is
with
under
him.
attack.
They took them.
Which means...
Yeah, that's a fair point. Poor old Io. He drops the mango tree and base first.
Whoa. You know what? What he could have done, though, what if he relocated to the Underlord, and then the Underlord has Dark Rift, and then you tether the Underlord in while channeling the Dark Rift, and then
Dire's
as you
middle
come
tower
back,
is under attack.
he takes you out at the same time. That would be pretty amazing.
That was a pretty hype play. I want to see that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it for the IO, though. Nobody cares. No-tail's just
Nobody cares about No-tail. It's tough.
dead guy. The life of a 5.
Well, Seb cares about this catapult. So he's going to show up to the mid lane, try and send this back a little bit. He's done lots of work in the bottom lane, but he does not want to give up this territory to the side of Navi. See if he can help limit the space that B-Team's allowed to farm in. But I tell you what, he's having a grand old time. He's getting some stacks off in the jungle himself. He is going to have an Echo Saber pretty soon. Not far away.
You know, I have to say, voice lines coming out today. The top tier one for me is this Underlord. The curses, every
Radiant's
time,
top
like,
tower is under
it's so
attack.
good. You can use it a couple different ways. One is if, like, you mess up. So, like, every time, you miss a last hit, you just say curses. Or every time they mess up. It works both directions. It's wonderful. I had to bring that out because I just keep
Dire's
hearing the
top
curses
tower
line
is under
from Seb.
attack.
They've been known to spam a few voice lines here and there. Oh, Sentry misses, but thankfully they have a Zeus on their team. So Iceberg just runs over and throws a lightning bolt into the back of that camp by Roger, and they spot the ops. And now Roger going to get a stack on the Ancients here for his Sven.
On a Fly is still hanging out down here bottom nearby MidOne and
Dire's
No-tail.
middle
And
tower is under attack.
it's a dangerous place to be as an Undying.
Radiant's
They
bottom
can just
tower
run you
is
down
under
rather
attack.
rapidly. As MidOne is taking over this area of the jungle, probably can retreat back up to the Ancients if he wants afterwards. And just get into that Battle Fury ASAP. As
Dire's
10
tower
to
is
4
under
after the
attack.
early bloodbath that we had, it's sort of calming down a little bit. Still a good amount of aggression in
Radiant's
this game,
bottom
but it
tower
feels
is
like
under
they're sort of
attack.
waiting on that next tier of items to let the madness flow through. I got top.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a lot of fun for the two supports on Navi right now. Oh, unless they can catch this smoke coming in, that would be great. But they're just sitting here like trying to push out mid, and neither of them can really initiate on this Underlord without some help.
they're keeping
Radiant's
an eye
courier
also
has
on
been
Roche,
killed.
just in case.
Dire's
As yeah,
top
they
tower
will run
is
into that
under
Undying,
attack.
decide not to chase any further. They have that ward down up on the high ground, and now a smoke up comes with 3 as they want to try and catch MidOne and No Tail down bottom. But you would anticipate that they have an idea this is coming. Oh, maybe
I'm not sure what just happened
Radiant's
because
bottom is under attack.
he just planted that ward, and I think No Tail thought, well, it doesn't matter anyway.
Chase down, catches on to No Tail. MidOne looks like he will be able to escape. Gets the Battle Fury delivered to him as well.
Yeah, 13 minutes, and now MidOne will be attacking the Ancients as well. So expect his farm to start stacking up pretty close to the Sven. Sure, he'll probably still be behind a little bit, especially if he's being pulled to some fights. But now the patient game isn't really that big of a problem for OG. As we all know, as you guys have seen, like the Ursa does quite well versus the Sven once you get into those control elements. So now there's almost like a little bit of a timer for the Sven of trying to get into this Aghanim Scepter and BKB and run around this map.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because there's also crazy amounts of damage late game from Zeus, but you have to imagine that, you're going to be able to find him in some point in the fight. So we'll see how it goes. That Ag is done for Zeus, as you mentioned, and still no tier 1 towers taken by NAVI. It's just been sort of fighting aggression and not as much like actually taking objectives. It looks like they want to remedy that right now as they head up top.
Yeah, they want to kill Saksa. Spots him with the obs, but yeah.
God. Well, that's unfortunate.
He needs some big plays. I'll just self LSA set up. Nice.
Easy. Okay. So they pressure up here. Thompson is heading up here as well. Let's see if I guess he just wants to take the camp first. I feel like they can't defend this tower.
Now there's no other farm for him right now. The other camp's way by his tier 2 mid, so he's just like, I just want a little bit more gold to my blink. You guys leave me alone.
Setting up down bottom. General shows up there. Relocate mid. They want to always want to fly. See if they can get this tower. Tombstone on the far side gets a little bit of extra heal, but not enough. And with that, they're going to pressure this tower.
Like, they left Justin Undying to defend a tier 1 mid, and you can't let that stand. And then that's a Wyvern, you can't do that kind of play, right? Like, someone better designed for it. Laguna down bottom onto No Tail. General and Roger take him down.
Okay. So again, I feel like OG is doing a really good job here. If they don't get the tower, it's kind of okay for Navi, but still a lot of damage on
Look at the
tier 1.
damage, yeah.
It's annoying. Oh, LSA gonna connect, and now they drop down. Can they get anything else afterwards? Undying's back in the fray, trying to bring down MidOne here. General chases forward with the Astral Step, but Saksa there with the disruption. Always want to fly, staying on Seb. They pull him back in, but Thompson with the big blink, able to take him down afterwards. Not bad at all.
It's a little Thunder God's Wrath here.
And Nimbus back up in 20. And in fact, Roger gets hit a couple times by MidOne, but General keeps him alive. Another one of those remnants.
Dire are
So they keep the tier 1 tower alive, but OG are keeping that pressure on.
Well, not too bad for a blink reveal. Roger has Laguna back up in a moment here, has the smoke coming out as well, and I think that means they'd like to get a bit aggressive themselves, though. Relocate is back up, though, so they try and catch someone with the relocate available that could come in for a little bit of a defense, but you also have the Thunder God's Wrath and the Nimbus, so especially the Nimbus for trying to help control that relocate.
Thompson's trying to find Zeus again. Hoping he's going to stick around or head back to that hard camp, but wisely, Iceberg is going to retreat all the way home, but the pressure down bottom onto this tier 1, or tier 2 rather, and we've seen this so many times, where it translates immediately afterwards into an outpost.
Well, there goes Roger.
40 minutes.
Oh, I spoke too soon. 40 HP. The raindrop saved his life.
Damn. Okay.
Nice.
Now bottom. They got him caught. Nimbus down onto No Tail. He's in trouble. MidOne. Okay. Trying to slow him down if possible, but Sox is in the area as well. They're moving kind of fast with that Warcry. Gets vision on to the Shadow Demon. Does miss on that Remnant. But with the stun coming in just a moment from Saksa, okay, good dodge. That's back in now. Oh, they're going to try and fight this. Thompson jumps in, avalanche toss, tries to catch on the Iceberg. Heal comes out from Always Want to Fly. General buying a lot of space here. But they don't have anything else to track down OG.
Oh, that clumsy net is huge. That is such a good item for Navi right now. I really think they need to start playing on the other side of the river before this Ursa starts like surpassing Sven in value. Like he might not surpass him in gold necessarily, but relative to you know how good they are in the 1v1, MidOne is already looking quite terrifying, and then BKB Basher is going to be a serious issue.
They can't kill Seb here, I don't think. Too many people right behind him.
Hello.
Did like that, by the way. The Sven denied the range creep, and Seb just yelled out curses again. Love to see it. Oh, they got a clumsy net also on OG.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I like what you mentioned though, because it feels like it's Navi that kind of need to be the ones more controlling right now in a way. They're the ones trying to force the fight.
Yeah, always want to fly just through the hook. He wants to go hit him with the pudge.
Okay.
So they want to smoke their way over there. Now, yeah, there they go.
Iceberg doesn't have a neutral item.
Oh, they're going Roche instead.
Oh, this is big.
Yeah, they have level 4 Tombstone.
Always want to find needs to get in there and hit it with the flesh golem. Yeah, there we go. Very, very important.
Oh, they got him.
Middle tower
They get
is
it.
under attack.
Taking the early Roche against the Ursa lineup.
I feel like people underestimate how good Flesh Golem is at helping to
Radiant's
secure
bottom
Roche.
tower is under attack.
Honestly, I think Tombstone's even better. It's just the fact that your guy can just stand there and not have to worry about getting bashed.
Oh, me too. You don't have much God Strength left here. They're all here. I don't know about this one. BKB. Tostin finds the back line. I don't know about this one, Navi. Holy moly. That was not the play. Dude, they set him up for that too. MidOne has been down here so often completely alone. And then they set up for the kill and he just wasn't. They were all waiting for him.
But they also just took Roche and they have wards in the enemy jungle, so I thought they kind of knew they were all down here. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, look at their obs placement. Right?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I don't know why they went for that.
Whatever the case ends up being, over here in the jungle, Iceberg is going to find Thompson yet again. Relocate coming in, though, and Iceberg now in trouble. They want to give the Mario man a big ol' hug, and MidOne is going to take it. A lot of gold going his way with that wicked 6 streak. And what was looking good just a couple seconds ago is now looking horrible for Navi. OG have taken a firm grasp on this after losing Roche.
Yeah, no signs of weakness here from MidOne.
Well, they are able to force them back a little bit as the Tombstone was dropped. If there's one thing this team does well on Navi, it's hold high ground.
Well, missed opportunities on moving out aggressively after a pretty good laning stage. Maybe one of the only problems we're starting to see with this Lina is that unless you have an overwhelming amount of initiation, she's a very weak 4 at trying to start things off. You know, how often have we seen like a Lina +1 successfully like smoke around without, you know, being like a dream coil or something? You need like a really aggressive form of initiation. In this case, they pretty much had to wait for the Yules from General, and at that point, it wasn't really enough.
Can they take down Seb in time?
Oh,
It looks like they will.
Is under
I was
attack.
wondering if, like, that's what I'm saying. If they did, like, maybe the Dark Crypt there. It's only 2 points, though.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
You can tell OG are feeling pretty good about things. 7,000 gold lead.
Yeah, and the state of the game hasn't changed that much for Navi. I still feel like you need to get some aggressive moves on. But, you know, we still have a 9-second BKB to be used. He's working towards the Aghanims. Maybe then he can help punish down something like the IO right away. What's Tiny sitting at? 20 armor now at level 14, so not necessarily an easy target there. Who are they going to find now, though? It is the Tiny.
Okay. Armor doesn't matter if you just do a ton of magical damage, I guess.
It's true.
So they are
2 down in the mid tower. Oh, well, actually Seb's now back up, so not that easy. Will they commit for it with the Tombstone?
God, this Underlord pick was so good. Just like answers all that stuff.
Radiant's top
No tail
tower
mid
is
one
under
is going to
attack.
relocate down bottom. Push out a wave. And I don't think that there's anything you can do to really try and stop this here. Dual Scepter, but it's just head back home. Perfectly fine.
The next label play.
Dude, what if Yules broke Heather? Can you imagine?
Yeah, that would be a little bit busted. Some like Kunkka strats, basically, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, another smoke here. Recovery attempted again. Oh, hey, Seb, this looks familiar there, bud.
Well, Sox is here this time and tries to keep him alive. Oh, wait, no, look at that though.
The Thunder God's Wrath
On it.
spotted him. Yeah,
Couldn't get the Dark Rift off in time, so Seb is going to be brought down.
that was really well played by Navi. They anticipated this time in the same situation that there would be backup, and the turnaround was not able to be performed there by OG. So we get almost 3,000 XP heading back the way of Navi, all evenly spread as they were all involved. And a lot of gold for Sven.
Thompson yet again. MidOne is in the river. If he's not careful, he might go down as well.
Oh, whoa.
Eyes on No-Tail. What has happened?
He's gonna relocate though, so.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they're not going to go for it, at least for now. They're waiting.
He's going for it, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, he is. He is not that concerned. Oh, Demonic Purge, though. Onto V-Tune. Got to be careful. He pops his BKB, wants to run away, but the Ursa's on top of him. Look at the damage coming in. Can they keep him alive? No. They bit off more than they could chew with the Angry Bear. MidOne will likely claim another kill here, though Iceberg takes down Io. And maybe this is going to work, actually. The stun comes out. Oh, Relocate comes in, though. Io bought back for this. Roger trying to escape.
back.
They have another Earth Shock in a second. Roger, LF should be off the mark. And a triple kill for MidOne. Him versus the world.
Yeah, dance on that unicycle. Crash those cymbals. Crash some skulls. Seb will just do what he's done the whole game, and
Radiant's
push
middle
lanes.
tower is under attack.
Just steamrolling.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They're going to glyph this, actually. Are they trying to hold the tier 2?
Radiant's middle tower is
Seems
under attack.
pretty bold.
Yeah, Nimbus is back.
Okay. Yeah, back door. Gonna come back up
Radiant's
again. And
courier has been killed.
OG not able to secure it. Oh, they got Beacon's courier.
Yeah, it looks like he is only 1,000 gold away, actually,
Yeah.
from having it. So yeah, that kind of hurts.
What about the Void Spirit here? He's got his courier over this area too. Does Thompson find it? Oh my god, he's just right by it. Quite get it.
Yeah, he's trying to finish up that Spirit Vessel. Of course, now the Ursa has a BKB as well as already had the ulti, so Io's still lacking the Dispel, though. That'll be the big one.
Underlord is going to use Dark Rift to come into this area, and it looks like they're going to try and reclaim this jungle a little bit spread out, as Thompson is not with the rest of the team. But likewise, Navi don't have V-Tune with them, so feels unlikely they can go for a big fight as soon as they realize that all of OG is there. Uh-oh, Iceberg jumps in. Toss is there. Missile Blade afterwards. They trade 1 for 1, but Iceberg's the bigger one.
Navi have done a good job of getting these little pickoffs here, which is something that I feel like teams have been struggling with a little bit. Like, it seems like this 5-man Dota kind of starts, and it's difficult to get the one-off. I guess that's part of the power of the Lina, but unfortunately, kills like that just continue to happen, where people are just caught by a single spell and it just gets chained out by OG into a numbers advantage to push.
General there, missed a little bit. Missile Blade comes out afterwards. Needs to go for the Astral Step. Assimilate first, dodges, and escapes. That was very close. But yeah, I think that some of it is like OG sometimes feel like they don't play quite as together as 5 as we see from other teams. They'll like leave Seb alone sometimes just to like push out a wave on his own. Oh, Toxa dead.
Jeez.
Oh my god, MidOne's down to half HP too. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, if Iceberg finds you, he's gonna do so much damage. Like, if Navi are the ones that are able to be aggressive, things look better for them. But OG so often have been like up in their grill.
Yeah, 30 seconds until the Agnums will be there. A Titan Sliver now also picked up here. So big damage for V-Tune. Currently a lot of strength in this build.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Gonna get the courier there. Yeah, that will be nice. And I think that now with this longer Roche respawn, it kind of gives Navi an opening. OG are still like definitely the ones in the lead right now and look really strong. And like plays like this happen and Roger, oh, wait a minute though.
Yeah, MidOne's just running.
Middle tower.
Yeah, I think that Roche fight with the level 20 Sven could be the comeback mechanism for them.
Oh, good disruption. Soxa saving the day. Thompson might have died there. They had Laguna Blade up. And General's just going to TP away now. So you think the Roche fight's the place that's going to end up happening?
Yeah, that's our time for both teams, really. But if you want to try and get something done here with level 20 Sven, I think that'll be the place to do it.
Oh. We have no vision in the area for either team around Roche. They just dewarded another Radiant Observer ward.
Radiant
now recognizing, hey, Roche could be going on. They're going to head over this direction. Navi, though, it scans red. They think that they're in the pit, realizing that they're not now as they drop the Nimbus, and that might signal that they can't fight. No Nimbus is scary. MidOne walks forward, gets the Abyssal Blade, but the Glimmer Kick was already out. LSA comes afterwards, getting him caught, trying to slow him down a little bit. MidOne
He hasn't spent anything yet.
Oh, and a big jump, a lot of damage. MidOne able to get the escape. They're gonna take out the Nimbus.
Max duration Roche spawn here.
Almost all of this net worth lead right now feels like it's invested into this Ursa, who hasn't actually bought an item yet. He's sitting on 3,800 gold. Buyback status? Only the Ursa and the Undying have it. Everybody else is pretty close gold-wise, but not quite there.
Wow. I guess everyone must just be saving up for it then.
Yeah.
Oh, except for Sven. He's bought out. He really needs that level 20 though. I mean, the tomes would be up in a second.
Navi, unfortunately, don't have their outpost.
Ooh, good point, yeah.
That would have given it to him. And instead, now, Navi maybe gonna have to take this fight without that level 20. Nimbus down, ready to battle. MidOne thinking about going in with that bounty rune. And, well, General healed back up. The Scepter keeps him alive for the moment, but he's rooted when he comes back out. He can't go anywhere. Buys back immediately. So that will slow down the battle. Tombstone was dropped now. They haven't used God Strength at least. But it sort of harkens back to what T-Gov was talking about of being able to bait out spells and then retreat, and then OG can maybe go in afterwards. But they found Dobson.
Yeah, no blink there.
MidOne. Oh, wait a minute though. Iceberg needs to run away, needs to get out of range. The root's there. Throws out the Thunder God's Wrath, trying to escape. Seb has him in his sight.
So isolated.
And that is going to be a dead Iceberg, a dead V-Tune. Things falling apart for Navi. Dodges the LSA as MidOne will beat down Roger. They kill off Always Wanna Fly. What a pretty fight from OG.
Such a tough decision there for V2, and he throws the Stormhammer onto the Shadow Demon, but like the disruption comes out, the self-destruction, but if he targets anyone else, the same thing can just happen, so he just ends up alone on the island with any damage coming out of that support. And now General unable to escape.
Oof. And look at them, mid lane. They're pushing. They want to try and take down buildings. 194 atrophy damage coming in from Seb. And they're taking racks.
Radiant's middle has fallen.
Wow, that is impressive.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Yeah, they'll be happy enough with that by the looks of it and just go claim their Aegis and cheese.
Sean has fallen to the down.
Maybe Thompson wants a pick. See if Roger wants to come say hello.
Hey guys, remember me? This OG draft is really, really nice. There's so many like anti-Sven things just built into it. Like you're talking about the Shadow Demon, like even Atrophior is pretty freaking good against Sven.
Yeah, it's true. It's impressive to see the Ursa pulled out in the first phase like that. It's just such a direct one-to-one counter and it's still working out to the point where Navi weren't necessarily able to slow it down all that much. Again, I think Navi had a pretty good start to this game. It's just they had put themselves in a situation where aggressive moves were going to be needed, and they weren't quite able to sync that up together. That's put them in this spot now where Spider Bear is coming over the walls. Much more threatening than Spider Pigs, that's for sure.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Gonna take the taunt right in the face. They go in now with B-Tune. Okay, and down to half HP. Has got strength, has BKB, has to run away. Nosetail goes in for more. They destroy B-Tune. Did not get off a single swipe at the bear. Dead for 70 seconds. And now Iceberg needs to hold on to all of this if he possibly can. They take down Nosetail, but there's Thompson right on top of him. They chase down, kill off the Zeus, and now looking for more. GG is called. Pretty as can be from OG.
Very nice. Just well coordinated ganks across the map. Just a lot of tools